Hello, my beautiful people. This is Val. This is how you do it. I have had my hair in a twist for probably 2 days. I'm gonna take it down. I wash my face. This one is a little damp. That's what I'm feeling. I'm going to put some oil on my hair. Today is election day in Montgomery, Alabama, all over the United States. Why don't you? The 3rd of November. Yeah. And 2020. Lord Jesus. And we have to go out today. Have to. We've already voted, but we normally pass the voting place in our area, cause it's like down the street. Not really down the street, you got to drive, but it's not a far distance from where we live. And I'm going to see if the polling place is still the same where we would normally vote at, because we took care of that stuff ahead of time, and to see if there's any wretchedness out there. I'm going to try to film it for y'all. Have the camera on before we get to it, to that area. Now, when President Obama ran for president, there was a long line around the corners and back around and like that. But there hasn't been a line like that since at that polling place. But this time, they said that the early absentee voting was not when we went there, because they didn't let us in, because Willie was in a scooter. They let us go break the line and go on in. But they said on that Saturday, they had lines going like this when people were off work, around different streets. And I'm like, they say ain't seen that since the civil rights in Montgomery, Alabama. And I'm like, what? So we didn't film that. Because when we came, it was just like a building long. What size of the building that you were standing in front of, probably, about that much. And that was it. And we was expecting to stay in line. We were going to get in the line. They told us to come on up, because Willie was in the scooter chair. And he had oxygen, and so they wanted us to come on in, fill out the ballot, and then we filled it out and gave it right back to him, and then we left. And they had young people working the polls. Usually they would be elderly people working the polls. Oh yeah, I rebooted this system, because I checked it before I turned the video on. I see Google's updating now. And the mic system sounds better now, because I was really concerned. But when I started it this morning, it sounded bad then too. Oh, what's going on with this? Now, what get me about doing hair on camera? Now, when I need to take this hair loose before, I didn't have none of this problem with it kinking up. But when I get ready to take my hair loose to go somewhere, you know how you take your hair loose and then you say, well, I'm going to refresh this. I'm not going to stay out my hair. I'm just going to take my hair down and then twist it right back up. When I do that, I don't have no problem with taking my hair loose. Wow. Now that I want to go somewhere, which I'm not going right now, I'm just taking my hair down, get myself together to prepare to go. First thing in the morning. It's about 5:59. I'm doing one of them things I tell y'all to do. Get yourself up, get yourself ready, because you don't know who gonna knock on your door. But during the pandemic, you don't have those surprises anymore. Look at your girl, look at your girl, look at your girl. What you say? What you say? Okay. Where's that braid? There it is. See, Sonny, that's how you get some left. So I know where they at. So get that one. Just everything updating. This probably needed to shut down. It's nothing interesting has happened lately that I haven't already showed y'all. Nothing. Our thermostat is not working for the furnace, so we're going to go out and get a thermostat at Walmart. Look like we have to replace it every year. I don't know why, but look like that's what happened. So we're going to get a new thermostat to put a new one on the wall. For you people that don't know, that instead of calling somebody to work on your furnace, it may just be the thermostat that it won't click on and click off. And every year for the past 2 years, we have had to replace it. It works fine for the air conditioner, but then it won't kick the furnace on. Everything is working and everything is fine with the furnace. It's just that the blower won't come on to kick the heat on. So we have to get another thermostat. You do what you have to do, y'all. You do what you have to do. And you prepare for those things. Before it get too cold, you start checking everything out. And it's been cool through the night. It has dropped down to 30 degrees. We turn the stove eyes on top of the stove and let them burn for a while. And we got an electric fireplace to heat up until, we get to Lowe's. That's where we're going to get the thermostat from. Tonya was telling me that those weight pills will also have a lot of properties in it for your hair, skin, and nails. So look out, because she noticed that her hair has been turning gray quicker than it normally turns gray from the root, and she had to recolor her hair. But I just dyed my hair, so I don't know about that yet. But I have noticed that my nails, when my nail come off, my fake nail come off, that my natural nails are harder. You know how men have those hard nails? My nails are harder. They're not as quickly to break. So I have noticed that. But that's all I've noticed so far, other than it works as an appetite suppressant. I am not hungry all the time, or when I do eat, I go and get full. Right away, don't finish everything I have on my plate, so it is working in that respect. For me. So if y'all want to try those, y'all go over there and try those and take them as directed. I take two tablets in the morning and 2 tablets around by lunchtime, or a little after lunch, because sometimes I don't do it right at lunch. I do it around about 2 o'clock or something like that. And I notice by that time I still don't be hungry, so I can even go even longer, just wait until about 3 o'clock and take them. When I feel like I want something to eat, go and take it then, and then go get me something to eat. And that'll hold you through the rest of the night. They all loose now, y'all. I gotta make some sense of what it's supposed to look like now while going out in the public. What I'm doing now is closing those parts up. And then work on the beauty of it all. Work on the beauty of it all. I'm separating these, y'all. That's what I'm doing now. Just rubbing my fingers through it. Separating them. Not pulling on them like making it frizzy. I don't want them to be frizzy. I just want them to separate some. Make my hair look fuller and not so spaced out with the curls. And this right here got a tangle at the end. They make your ends look regular when they do that. Just filling it up. Oh, I'm watching them updates, y'all. I think it's a shame about all the activity that's going on around the election, man. It's just the suppression of the vote, the threatening, trying to threaten the people, to scare the people from voting, to try to cheat with the officials, you know. People in power still trying to cheat and don't want to, because they actually know that the majority is not the majority anymore, that we outnumber them. And so if they actually let the vote go through and the people will be known, they will lose. They call us the minority, but we are the majority, and we've been the majority a long time. A long time. But yet the minority has always been in power. That's why they came up with this electoral college, because the minority is the majority, and so they come up with the electoral college long years ago, because there were more people in certain states, black people. That's when they came up with it. The slaves, it was more of them in certain states, so they came up with the electoral college. To try to still be in power. That needs to change. This is a new day. The electoral college, the popular vote should be the deal. But don't y'all let that discourage you. Get on out and vote anyway. Let your will be known. Maybe one day we'll have somebody in power to get rid of that, or to work on getting rid of that. The more we work on it, the closer we'll get. It might not change right away, but every little bit helps. And vote down the ballot. Because a president cannot do it by themselves. They need people in the Senate and in the House to help them. Because if you got a president with somebody voting against them on everything, each and everything they do, or you need people there to help the president out with these votes. If you like a Democratic president, you need to put some Democratic people in the House and the Senate to help the vote on these things that matter to you. Okay, y'all. This is Val. This is how you do it. I'm going to call this a video and a hairdo, baby. A hairdo. What, feel me? Let's see. And this is Val. This is how you do it. With her natural twist out. Yes, buddy. Bye-bye, y'all. Y'all have a great day. Get out and vote. Do your part.